estate market has seen its biggest increase since 2018 as far as price per home. This is crazy. Let's jump right into it. Hey, so if you're new here, my name is Jordan Aubrey. This is the Real Estate Investing Done Right YouTube channel where we talk about everything real estate investing, market analysis, what is coronavirus doing to the real estate market, entrepreneurship, personal finances as well. So if that's something you might like, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you go ahead and hit the bell-like notifications. That way you'll be notified whenever I drop some more gems or just a market analysis, whatever the case may be. That way you can get the gems whenever we can roll out with them. And if you like the video, hey, why not? Go ahead and hit the thumbs up on the video. We appreciate your love, and definitely drop some comments where you are. That way we can interact and I can add some value to you. Let's rock and roll. So let's jump into it. Home prices see its biggest surge since 2018. What does that tell us? It's a hot market, right? Hot market, right? We jump right into the first point without even looking at it. It's a seller's market right now. Point blank period. It's a seller's market right now. If you're a seller, if you got any kind of property that you're interested in selling, please put it on the market. List it with a real estate agent. Right now, the market on average is about 5.5%. And in the United States, average house is about 300,000, right? So if you multiply 300,000 times 5.5, that's on average about $15,000 increase on every home that's being put on the market, and that's from year to date. We haven't seen these numbers since 2018 and 2017. But let's jump into the reason why we're seeing numbers like this, right? So obviously, the number one thing right now is that there's strong demand. I obviously mentioned this in the mortgage industry video where I talk about the mortgage prices or application has started skyrocketing, right? Obviously, that tells you that there's a strong demand. Everybody that was wanting to buy a house in 2021, 2022, in the future dates, right? There's a lot of scarcity out there and a lot of people that's in position now to go ahead and buy. They've stopped paying off debt. They're like, okay, let's stop everything we were doing. We got some money. Let's see if we can qualify for a home. And if we can, we're taking advantage of the opportunity right now. So obviously there's a strong demand. Next thing, low supply. Obviously, it doesn't come to a shock to anybody when we're talking about low supply. And the reason why is because of coronavirus. I've talked about this numerous times in any market analysis videos, but it's always going to be like that. When people are thinking that there's illness that could potentially kill them, right? They're not letting a lot of people in those particular homes. That's why it's a perfect time for investors like myself, investors like you, or anybody that have a house that's sitting vacant. It's a perfect time to get showings on that particular property and put it up for sale because nobody's there, right? Go ahead and fix it up, make it look nice, and then have as many people come doing it in and out because it's less likely to allow you to get infected, or other people, elderly people, or people that would have put their homes on the market. Now they're no longer opting to do so because they're up in age, or they may be thinking that, you know what, this coronavirus could take me out. I don't need a lot of people in my house. So obviously it's going to always be low supply in a time like this. Move on to the next one, mortgage rates. Obviously, I'll show you a picture right here. But anyways, mortgage rates is obviously down because of the Federal Reserve, right? They passed a law back in March, if I'm not mistaken, where they locked down they knocked down the interest rates below 1%, which was crazy. But essentially anything government backed, FHA, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, conventional, VA, anything backed by the government, essentially those loans or those interest rates are historically low. It's sitting at hovering around a 3% interest rate, which is crazy for a 30-year mortgage. I mean, how cheaper can this money be, right? And if it gets any cheaper, it'd be right there at inflation, right? So how cheaper can this money get? And then obviously at 15 years, even going down a little bit cheaper than that. So those are the things that you're looking at. So this is the increase that we're seeing. Obviously, I think I referred back to it earlier in the video, but a 5% increase, again, that we haven't seen in years, especially walking into a year where everybody anticipated, at least all my colleagues anticipated, a drop in the market. Not a big drop, but maybe a 5% drop, right? And that is kind of big when you talk about the grand scheme of things, but everybody thinking about a drop in the market. And here we are, September of 2020, in the middle of a pandemic, and we're up 5.5% according to the numbers. That is crazy. Now these numbers were based in July, so right now it's September, but these numbers were based in July. So obviously, I just tell you a telltale sign of all the whole real estate market as all the numbers come crashing in. But essentially, it's a perfect time to sell a house. If you have one, it's a perfect time to buy a house and sell it. If you have one, it's a perfect time to do everything. If you're thinking about buying a house, obviously the mortgage rates are up. People are getting approved, low market rents. But if you're going to put a house on the market or you're going to try to buy a house, be competitive. Don't go in there and lowball. It's truly a seller market right now. So hot market, right? If you see something that you love, make sure you go ahead and take advantage of the opportunity and buy that particular house. Hey, with that being said, hey, thank you for sticking to the end. If you like the video, make sure you hit that thumbs up, turn it blue. And if you, like I said, if you like real estate investing, market analysis, all information as far as real estate, make sure you go ahead and subscribe. Cut on the bell like notifications. That way you can get it whenever we drop the gems. Hey, comment below where you're from. Thank you for watching.